hello there, YouTube. Welcome to my first official just goof off and go ride on the 2015 RTS Special Series. Believe it or not, it is 60 degrees out here. I can't believe it. The clouds finally broke. You can see the roads are still damp. I was going to get out and wash it, but instead I'm going to ride it first because it's almost 4 o'clock and sunset is at 5:05 today, so it's either get out and ride or spend that time washing it, which I should do because tomorrow I'm going on a ride with the couple of the senior members in the not that they're senior members of the Spyder Rider Club of America, the Columbia River chapter, which is our local chapter. They're basically out of the Portland area, Portland, Oregon. It's Larry and Dan. Larry gave me a call and says, hey, Dan and I are thinking about taking a ride out to Seaside tomorrow. Wanted to know if you and Kelly were interested. And I said, heck yeah, I'd be interested. And I said, what's the weather supposed to be like? He said, mid-60s and sunny. Can't believe we're having this little fluke weather thing here. There's a 0% chance of rain today, but it's been raining off and on. So I've been watching the weather, and as of 3 o'clock, from 3 o'clock on, it went from 20% to nothing. So nothing all the way through Monday. There's no rain. So I was gonna just take a little cruise out. These fields look pretty, so I decided to cruise out this way a little bit. Anyway, there was something I wanted to tell you guys about. That if what was I riding? I was riding the Street Bob. I think it did I did, or not Street Bob, but a Fat Boy. That I see, I keep coming up. My normal way is come up and like go all brakes at the end there, and at the last minute I remember not to do that, and then I realize I'm going too fast. But anyway, in that video, I was telling you there's something I need to get permission to let you guys know that we're going to take on a new product line. I know all you guys that come into our store have long known about. It's kind of hard to hide with all the construction going on. But for you guys that don't frequent our store, we are becoming, and I'm hoping within the next month, or maybe so. I think February, March is the tentative time that there'll be units in the store. But you never know. You know how these things go. You have a tentative date, but you know things. There's things that need to be worked out. It's just like all the F3s were supposed to be here. Well, they said January. We're assuming 1st of January. Well, now it's the 24th of January. And still don't have a shipping confirmation of them. The F3 Spyders. Any of you guys that aren't familiar with Spyders should look up the new Spyder F3. This is going to change what just about everybody thinks about Spyders, whether you like the look or not. Some people go, ooh, I don't know if I like that, but I guess when you see them in person, it's way better than they are in photographs. I haven't seen one in person. Hell, some of you guys like Mike Big Easy Rider, hell, you guys already ridden the damn things. And here I work for a dealer and we don't have them. So if any of you guys are wondering why in the world, you guys are #1 dealer 3 years in a row in the Pacific Northwest, or in the Northwest region of the States, not just Pacific Northwest, the whole Northwest region of the United States. It's because our weather. They they build these things pretty much as they go along, so places in the south and places with nicer weather would obviously get them first. Why would you send them to a place that, you know, non-stop rain or snow on the ground? That dealer's not going to sell them. Give them to somebody that can sell them. So they tend to trickle in the southern states first, and then as the production gets rolling and gets built up, then we'll get them, because it's really not our season. I mean, in one of my videos I was telling you how, you know, we're still selling the heck out of them, which we are, but it's not at the level they are in the summertime. So we will get them, and it'll be prior to the riding season starting. The last estimated time was by the end of this month, which those days are rapidly coming to an end. But back to the new product line that we're picking up, it's going to be Indian motorcycles. We're going to be an Indian motorcycle dealer. And Indian, which is very similar to Harley in this respect, has very specific rules of how the bikes are displayed, what the building has to look like. We're literally having to redo a whole section of our building specifically for Indian. No other motorcycles can be in that area of the building other than used V-twins, which would be, you know, Japanese cruisers, Harleys, of course. I guess those can be over there, but they have to be in their own used section. But there has to be dedicated salesmen, dedicated parts people, dedicated service people. There has to be, which is like Honda. Honda doesn't allow, you know, for I don't know how many years now, but Honda no longer allows you to bring on the Honda line in a multi-line dealer. You have to build a new building, and Honda has to be all by itself, which makes a lot of sense. Like, if you go into a Harley dealer, everybody there knows everything about just about every model of Harley. You know, there's gonna be, you know, new kids, you know, helper type people that aren't going to be quite as knowledgeable. But you go to the parts department, you go to the service department, and these guys know everything Harley. And that's the way, you know, the Honda stores are when they're separated like that. What happens, you get a multi-line dealer, and you know, it's human nature. There's going to be employees that's going to favor one brand over another, or one brand may be more popular in your area, so you know, it may be more popular, and then people are going to tend to want to get knowledgeable on what's popular, what's selling, what most people have. Well, that just further buries the non-popular ones. And you know, it's, if you ever gone into some place and talked to a sales guy about a specific vehicle that works there, and you can clearly tell this guy does not have a clue. You know, you wonder to yourself, how do they sell any of these products? Well, that's a key thing. They usually don't. This little truck up here is misting mud all over me. I guess if I'm washing, I'm going to have to go full out. But yeah, I'm very excited about the Indians. The you know, the big cruisers and stuff. It's going to be, you know, the same type of people that would buy a Harley, that would buy a Spyder. You know, they're going to be, you know, more prominent people that, you know, have a little more cash at hand. They'll tend to be probably older people, you know, and I fit into that mold. I get along with these people. This is not that I'm like horribly old or anything, but I've always been this way. I've always gotten along with people considerably older than me, even when I was a kid. But you know how that is if you're, you know, in your mid 40s up, you know, you really don't want to talk to some little brat kid that, you know, the only thing he cares about is going boing-de-boing on his motocross bike when you go in to talk to him about your Cruiser or your Harley or, you know, Goldwing, Spyder, whatever, you know. They don't know anything. They tend to be a smart ass, you know, just, it's just the way kids are, you know. They always have been that way. It's nothing different. But guy comes in looking at a, you know, a bike worth around or over 30 grand, doesn't want to talk to them kind of people. And if they have some kind of a service issue or they're just in for regular maintenance, they tend not to want the, you know, the tire changing young kid back there messing with their very expensive, very nice motorcycle, you know. So that being said, I should fit right into that mold with the Spyders and the Indians. If we'd be Harleys, I'd be into that also. But I think there may be too many Harley dealers in our area for them to even consider picking up Harley. There's a lot of well-established dealers close by, and you know, all manufacturers have a, you know, there's a certain amount of dealers that can be within a certain radius. And around our Vancouver store, there's several Harley dealers, even one right up the road. The one that actually fixed my Road King when I mistakenly bricked my ECM. But anyway, I don't know what's going on with me and Indians. I'm very excited about them. They seem to be very excited about me being very excited about them. But you know, I don't know, I was kept up on the day-to-day almost, not to that detail, but you know, anyway, we talked about it a lot, and here for the last couple of months, even when I bring it up, it's like they change the subject, like they don't want to talk to me about it, which I don't know if that means if I'm being written out of the Indian equation or what, which would be a huge mistake. I know that I would get along with the Indian customers just like the Spyder customers. So, you know, it's their fate, I guess. I have no control over that. You know how corporations are. But anyway, whatever the case, I'm excited about the Indians. There's even talks about a demo Indian, but even that's kind of disappeared off the road map, so who knows? Be interesting to see what happens here. So I was thinking in my head, you know, I could flash up Indian pictures and stuff like that, but those are all, as I'm talking, but those are all copyrighted images, I'm sure. And seeing as we don't have them sitting on the floor yet, I can't exactly take my own pictures of them and post those. So you can look into Indians yourself. Any of you guys that are cruisers, you've already looked at Indians. You've probably already gone to a dealer and looked at them. But when I hear all the dealers that have them are doing quite well, customers are very happy. The customer satisfaction on the Indians are real high. So, you know, Polaris and taking over, you know, whatever state Indian was in. I guess it's gone through several owners, but the deep pockets of Polaris they're now the owner of it. And their quality control and whatnot must be phenomenal, because everything we're hearing is these things are crazy reliable and very, very well made. I guess the attention to detail is phenomenal, and I hear their paint jobs are very similar to Harley. They're just absolutely top notch. There's nobody can argue with Harley paint jobs. You ever priced out ordering a replacement tank or something? Which is, you know, depending on what you got, that's kind of hard to do, because some of these things are custom made, and I'm sure the Indians are doing the same way. They're You know, some Harleys, there is no replacement. They're a one-off. If you guys have ever watched any of the videos on Harleys and how they make them, it's real interesting. But that's pretty cool stuff, eh? I'm excited about it. Crazy excited. And I was the other day I was going to walk around with a camera of some sort and video the construction and announce it that way, but it's been picking up at work, and I just don't have the free time here as of late. Well, at least since I thought about doing that. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to follow this lady all the way into Chehalis. So on that note, since I'm following a little old lady in a small Korean car, I'm gonna sign off on this one. I'm sure I'll come back with something else to chit chat about here. But anyway, cool announcement while I'm riding a very cool Spyder, increasingly getting dirtier. But I'm out. We'll see ya. Take care now. Bye bye.